Hello and welcome back to the Roed to Good Cooking, and Happy New Year's to you all. I hope you all took some time off of social media and spent some quality time with your family and dear friends like I did. Christmas morning I told you guys that I prepared a Christmas breakfast for my elderly neighbors, and it was absolutely awesome. I didn't get a chance to shoot any videos because I was in such a tight space out in my patio, which I'll tell you more about that later on. But I did get a couple of still shots, so I will show you those later on in the video. So for right now, let me show you my taco sauce that I'm working on today. So today I'm going to be using the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure that your Ball book looks just like mine with all the notes in it, because I write things down so I won't forget. And the last time I made this recipe was in July of last year, and I made it according to the recipe. It was okay, it just didn't have enough spicy stuff in the sauce for me. I like my taco sauce really spicy, and you guys know that I eat lots of tacos, so I wanted a nice tasting taco sauce. And here are the adjustments that I made. Was I added 4 tablespoons of my taco seasoning, and I added 2 tablespoons of hot sauce, 3/4 cups of sugar. The recipe called for corn syrup. I don't use corn syrup. And I put 2 teaspoons of salt and 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic in there, and it is absolutely delicious. And look at it, it is just thick and creamy. And here's the recipe from the Ball Canning Book. I will put my recipe in the description box below. Here I'm warming up my jars, and I'm going to be filling them up, leaving a 1/2 inch headspace. The next few steps are going to be pretty well self-explanatory. I'm going to wipe each jar down, wipe the rims down with vinegar, put the lid on them, put the rings on them, and you know what, I'm going to put on some nice soft music for you like I always do, so sit back and watch me work. Now that all the jars are in the canner, I need to add a little bit more water because the water needs to be 1 inch above the jars. Time to get this party started. Okay, I got my canner set for 30 minutes, and at the end of 30 minutes, I'm going to remove the lid and let it sit for 5 minutes, and then remove the jars to a cooling rack. Okay, I'll say this is a pretty good start of my canning projects for 2024. I ended up with 6 pints of carrots, 6 pints of pineapple, 4.5 pints of taco sauce, and then 4 1/2 pints of mushrooms and onions. So that'll keep me stocked up on my pantry until I get my carrots growing. I will have to continue buying pineapple because I'm not growing pineapple. And hopefully this will last me until my tomatoes start growing and I can make my own tomato paste, and I'll make another batch. So I'm happy with this little project. Took me a couple of days, but I'm so happy with it. Here are the results from the polling question I asked you guys on my community page last year. I said, hey all, moving forward into 2024, let me know what kind of videos you would like to see more of in the new year. 27% of you said more hot pot cook videos. 47% of you said more sausage making videos. 20% of you said more baking videos, and 7% of you said more canning videos. Sorry guys, my first video had to be a canning video because I had to stock up my pantry again in the new year. So that's what I did. I've had my meat grinding equipment since 2014. And being in the catering business, I've made hundreds of pounds of sausage over the years. And I tell you what, there's nothing better than homemade sausage. Especially when you ground up the meat yourself, you know what's in it. And since I made this delicious taco sauce, you know I had to make me some tacos. So I went to the freezer and got me a piece of pork out of there. This is pork loin, by the way. And I ground it up and I'm going to make myself some tacos with it. And then I'm going to portion it out and put some into pork patties so I can have me a pork burger if I feel like it. And I tell you what, once you start grinding up your own meat, you will not want to buy that store-bought stuff again. And if you compare the two, what you've ground up and what you buy at the store, and taste it, there's clearly a difference in the taste when you buy that ground meat or ground pork in the store and then grind it up yourself. You can definitely tell the difference. And you know what? We're all trying to eat better. We're trying to eat clean. We're growing our own vegetables. We're processing our own food. Why not process your own meat as well? You know, don't leave that in the hands of the supermarket butcher because you don't know what you're getting in that meat. And you've seen me grind up chicken with using my KitchenAid mixer and the meat grinder. I mean, it's just most of us have KitchenAid mixers, and you know, it's just a matter of you investing in getting that meat grinder attachment for your KitchenAid if you don't want to buy the whole 9 yards like I have. You know, just buy the attachment for your mixer. And my sister friend in in Arizona, Team Benson, I was looking at her video today where she had just canned some bone broth, I believe it is. And yeah, she canned some broth, excuse me. And she was saying that there's nothing better than knowing that you have stuff on the shelf with ingredients that you can pronounce the name of. No mystery ingredients. And think about some of this stuff. Look at the ingredients on the back of your whatever you're buying. It's amazing to me the number of words that's on the ingredients, stuff that I can't even pronounce. I mean, it's like, if you can't pronounce it, how do you know what it is? So this is the reason why I started grinding my own meat. And now with all the stuff that's going on with the food chain, I'm now growing my own produce. I'm growing everything that I like to eat and cook with. Now let me make my tacos. Look at that meat. Doesn't it look good? Ground onions and ground fresh pork. And here I divided up my fresh pork, my ground pork, and I'm going to make some pork patties with it. You've seen me make chicken patties with my little contraption here. And I'm just putting some putting some oil on the plates so I can separate them. And here's the meat that I'm going to make my tacos with. And I added some more diced onions and diced bell peppers and mix that all together. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of my taco seasoning, and I'm going to put some extra peppers in there. And here is my taco meat, and look at that. It's just absolutely delicious. Dinner's ready. I made myself 4 flat tacos and 1 rolled taco, and I have me some extra taco sauce on the side topped with some sharp cheddar cheese, and it is absolutely the bomb.com. And you know I love me some tacos. Being from California, I grew up 13 miles from the border, so yeah, I love me some tacos. Homemade tacos. So anyway, if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by, and Happy New Year's to you and everyone that's been following me over the years. I really appreciate your support, and I definitely appreciate your friendship. And I tell you what, you guys are stuck with me, I'm stuck with you, and we're going to roll into 2024, and we're going to crush every goal that we have set for ourselves, and then some. And here are a few of the pictures from my Christmas morning breakfast for my elderly neighbors. And I had very little room to move around in because you all know that my patio was full of my garden. And I made it work. I mean, it was a little tight, but I made it work. And they truly enjoyed their chicken and waffles, and I enjoyed making them for them. And I couldn't find my 40-cup coffee pot, so I ended up taking out my 5-cup coffee pot out, and I made it work. I just had to make 3-4 different pots, but that's okay. And here are the goodies, the little takeaway goodies that they took with them. I made 2 different kinds of cookies. There's some sauces for the dipping if you wanted to dip their chicken, and all the syrup. And here are the drinks and the water. And it was so tight I could barely move. Sophie was unhappy because she couldn't come out because there was no room for her. And there is my green stock. You see my collard greens are going crazy. They're still going crazy. And this was after I cut my collard greens like twice before this. And there is that beautiful wreath that my neighbor's wife made. And I had it hanging up inside, but on Christmas morning I decided to hang it out for all to see, and it was so pretty. And here are a few of my neighbors. I invited 11 people. All of them showed up but one, and he had other plans. And these are the first few that showed up early, and we just had a good old time. We all just sit and chat. They sit and watch me work and cook and had coffee, and it was just so nice. I feel so blessed. And they kept saying that I was a blessing to them, but they don't know what a blessing they were to me. And there is Rose and Rick, my neighbors that live right around the corner from me. And I thank God for this day.